It is a testament to how much I love you guys that I turned my AC off. Look, I found my remote. Don't ask me where it was. Okay, so today we're making a layer dip. I've got some refried pinto beans. These don't have any added fat, but they do have salt. But otherwise it's clean ingredients. Some guacamole, this is classic with lime. Salsa, the leftover cheesy sauce from last week's video. This is actually being filmed the next day, so it's not like this has been sitting in my fridge for a whole week, just one day. Some Mexican corn medley, but if you can find the fire roasted corn niblets that comes in the bag in the freezer, I would use that, but you can't get it here in Canada, at least not where I am. Some sliced black olives, and this is to keep me cold. Oh, and then you need a dish to put it in. I like to use a clear dish because then you can see the layers. Yeah, did I say green onions? Green onions. There's only one thing that we need to chop. Everything else is just scoop into the dish and assemble. All we need to chop is the green onions. But the first thing we're going to do is pour some ginger ale. I really like this Zevia brand. It's made with stevia. Of course, now I'm going to burp. Hope you couldn't hear that. You can put whatever you want in this layer dip. Chop up sun-dried tomatoes, roasted red peppers, or fresh green peppers works really well in here as well. Whatever you got is what I would use and what I am using. All right, let's just chop this up. Now, this makes a great dip to take to barbecues and to have when you have friends over, and obviously you don't have to cook anything, which is really nice in the summer. However, it's just me, and I'm making this for you guys, but I'm not serving it to two friends. So I am going to eat it with some nacho chips, but I am also going to heat up, have a bag of that pre-cooked, just microwave Mexican rice. I'm going to heat that up for lunches and dinners, and then put this dip in a tortilla. Not a tortilla. A wrap. Tortilla, I guess so. Yeah. And that will be really great as a dinner. I didn't have refried beans until I was an adult. It's not something that my mom ever made. I don't know that it's a Portuguese thing. I mean, we ate a lot of beans. Don't get me wrong. We ate a lot of beans. But we never had refried beans. The bottom layer is going to be your refried beans. And so we just want one thin layer of everything so that when you scoop your, you know, get your chip in there, or you scoop some out onto a plate, which is probably the more civilized way to do it if you have company, but I don't, so I'm just going to scoop right out of this dish. Anyways, what was I saying? Yes, you get a little bit of everything. All right. I do have the fan going in the living room, so hopefully you can't hear that, but I can't turn everything off, guys. It's too hot. But I was just down at the river, dunking my feet in, which was really nice, and I found a spot that was quiet, no people. And it's because it's not really deep enough for a proper swimming hole, but that's okay. I'm not actually swimming. I'm mostly just sitting, sitting in the water. So, all right, so that's the first layer is your refried beans. Our next layer is going to be our guacamole. And I'm just gonna scoop this on and then spread it out just after it's scooped on. There's some big chunks of avocado. Try and get enough to cover the whole thing. You want to make sure that you get some right on the edges so that it shows as a layer. I'm not all that concerned about that. If you don't have cheesy sauce, you can just use regular, you know, plant-based cheese. I would use the Daya oat milk, oat cream, Tex-Mex or Mexican. Our next layer is salsa. And so we're just going to basically pour that on. So you can see why this would make a good wrap. If you mix in, you know, put some rice in your tortilla as well. Okay. And now comes the cheese sauce. Or grated cheese. What did I do with my spatula? There we are. Do I need to open up that other jar? I don't think so. I think that's probably enough. There. So we have our first 1, 2, 3, 4 layers. The refried beans, the guacamole, the salsa, and the cheesy sauce. Next comes sort of the condiments. And I'm going to put a little bit of the corn on here. Having the corn in here makes it a bit more substantial if you're eating it as a meal because it's hot out and you don't want to cook. And then I'm going to put black olives, because I love olives. And if you followed me for a while, you know I love olives. And having the whole olive is nice healthy fats, right? So we need fat a little bit for our brain health. But, you know, whole olives, whole avocados are better than avocado oil and olive oil, though don't get me wrong, I love me my olive oil. Looking good. And now all we need is our green onions over top. If you don't have green, you could use finely diced red onion as well, or leave it out if you don't like it. It does add a nice little crunch. Okay, so looks good. Looks really good. And I've got some tortilla chips. These are the hint of lime. I almost hate to mess it up, but I'm going to, because we got to eat it. We got to try it. It's going to be hard to get all of the layers. Okay. All right. There we go. So good. Oh my God. Delicious. That cheesy sauce is amazing in here. Now, if you didn't want to make the cheesy sauce and you didn't want to use cheese, you could get a like a spicy roasted red pepper hummus and use that for that layer. But you saw how easy that was to make, and so there's no reason not to. And this is going to be delicious. This is going to be delicious in a wrap as well. Like I say, with just some rice. Let me see if I can find that Mexican rice. Hold on. Where did I have that? Crap. Now you can normally get a half size, this is a family size. This is the only one I could find the last time I was at the store. But you can normally get this in half size. And you can also get a southwestern one that's got beans in it. anything like this. Just heat that up in the microwave. Spread some of this, scoop some of this and spread it out on your wrap, and then put some rice in there, roll it up, maybe some lettuce, maybe some chop up fresh tomatoes, and you are good to go. So I need to turn my air conditioning back on and sit down and enjoy this. The nice thing about that dish is it comes with a lid, so it stores well. Again, this is such an easy recipe to make. It's filling, it's healthy, and it didn't heat my house up, which is the number one thing. So guys, I hope you guys are doing well. I hope you're staying safe and cool wherever you are in this world. Remember, in a world where you can be anything, eat good food, be kind to yourself and to others. I love you, and I'll see you next time.